McFarland USA is the true story about a coach who is forced to move to a very small town in California after a brief altercation between a student and his former football coaching job. This coach is played by the one and only Kevin Costner, and his family do not want to be there. In fact, most of the people in the town just look at him as the white guy that moved in. He attempts to coach these kids at football, but quickly realizes that these guys can run. And they also work extremely hard, picking in the fields from dawn, then going to school, and then working again directly after school, and then going to practice with Kevin Costner. It's crazy for these kids, but because of all of this, he sees something in them and he decides to start a cross-country team, and from then on, the movie gets really awesome. Yeah, I liked McFarland USA. I was really surprised. I went into this movie a little bit concerned because February, inspirational sports movie based on a true story, all of these things we've heard 1,000 times. It's going to be cliched. You're going to be able to predict everything that's going to happen. And you know what? It is cliched and you can predict everything. But the simple fact of the matter is, it's such a good story. The characters are actually well fleshed out because the movie is actually less about the cross-country matches and more about these kids' families and what's going on in their lives, and especially Kevin Costner's life, because he has 2 daughters and a wife played by Bello, and the movie becomes less about cross-country matches and more about a man discovering the idiosyncrasies of another culture. And that is where this movie excelled. I thought it was a really wonderful story, and there's a lot of great scenes that are usually played for comedy, but sometimes not, where Costner is trying to connect with these kids and discovering what they do all day in these fields and how hard their lives are. It's actually pretty inspiring, and I think it was very wise of them to focus more on that and less on the cross-country meets. Yes, there are some suspenseful matches in the movie, and they work really well, and these kids can run, man. These guys can run. My issues with the film are that, yes, it is very cliched. You can predict where everything's gonna go. It does feel very rote and a little bit familiar, and towards the 3rd act of the movie, it actually got a little heavy-handed with some of the family drama. The 1st act and the 2nd act, with him trying to connect with the students and learning about their culture, I thought that was all fantastic. But towards the 3rd act, there's this big scene where it's like, oh no, things are getting, it's so predictable, and it just didn't work for me. But Costner is just so eminently likable. I mean, you just want to walk up to this man and give him a hug. I mean, every time I've seen Kevin Costner on the screen, I just want to be like, dude, just shake my hand, man. You're cool. You're awesome. Good job. Kevin Costner's the king of sports movies. I mean, this guy's been in a ton of them, and Field of Dreams is my favorite sports-related film. This movie inspired me a lot when I was a kid, and it got me to actually make one of my first feature-length movies called Phenomenon Field. It was 70 minutes long about a magical baseball field, and it's laughable. But if it wasn't for Field of Dreams, I wouldn't have done that. So I love seeing Kevin Costner in a sports movie, and he was great. He knocked it out of the park in this movie, no pun intended. So with the good performances from Costner and the kids, and the drama that most of the time really worked, I had a really good time with McFarland USA. It was a nice, refreshing, simple, fun movie that I think your family can enjoy, adults and kids alike. I'm gonna give McFarland USA a B. So I got a question for you. Bull Durham, Field of Dreams, For the Love of the Game, Draft Day, and McFarland USA. Which Kevin Costner sports movie is your favorite? Also, if you missed my review for The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D, that is currently on my channel. I worked hard on that video. I had a good time making it. I hope you guys enjoy it. Guys, thank you so much as always for watching, and if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.